Everyone thought they were endgame. And then, just like that, they weren't. Dylan Wang, the man who once looked at Shen Yue like she hung every star in the sky, has finally broken his silence. After months of rumors, cryptic social media posts, and an agency statement that left fans with more questions than answers, Dylan sat down and said what millions of people have been waiting to hear. And honestly, nobody was ready for it. This is the story nobody wanted to have to tell, but here we are. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we cover everything Dylan and Shen Yue, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Bell. It started, like most great love stories do on a set. Two people, a script, and something that was never supposed to leave the cameras rolling, but did. Dylan and Shen Yue were co-stars before they were anything else, and for a long time, both of them insisted that's all they were. Fans didn't believe it. Fans were right. The way he looked at her in interviews, the way she laughed when he spoke. You cannot fake that. Nobody is that good of an actor. When they finally stopped denying it and the world got confirmation of what everyone already knew, it felt like the internet collectively exhaled. This was the couple, the one that made sense, the one that felt like it came straight out of the very dramas that made them famous. And for a while, a beautiful, golden while, it really seemed like that's exactly what it was. They shared a home. They were building a life. There were family photos, quiet moments made public, the kind of intimacy that celebrities rarely let the world see. Dylan wasn't just her boyfriend. He was present. He was all in. And Shen Yue, for her part, glowed in a way that her fans had never quite seen before. This wasn't just love for the cameras. This was the real thing, and everybody knew it. So when the cracks started showing, nobody wanted to see them. The first signs were subtle, the kind of thing only the most devoted fans would catch. A missed event here, a solo appearance there, comment sections filling up with question marks. And then the agency statement dropped, and suddenly the question marks turned into something heavier. The breakup was confirmed. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue were over, and the silence that followed from Dylan himself was deafening. He didn't post. He didn't address it. He disappeared into that particular kind of quiet that tells you a person is carrying something too big to put into words just yet. Fans waited. Some cried. Some refused to believe it entirely. And the internet, being the internet, started filling in the blanks with everything from wild speculation to genuine heartbreak on behalf of two people they'd never met but somehow loved anyway. Months passed, and then Dylan spoke. What he said wasn't what anyone expected, and yet somehow it was exactly what everyone feared. He didn't point fingers. He didn't give a neat and tidy explanation with a beginning, middle, and end. What he gave instead was something far more complicated and far more human. He talked about pressure. He talked about timing. He talked about what it does to two people when the entire world is watching your relationship and forming opinions about it before you've even had the chance to figure it out for yourselves. He talked about love and how loving someone deeply does not always mean you are able to give them what they actually need. Dylan admitted that there were moments where he knew he was falling short, not in the dramatic, story-worthy way that makes for good headlines, but in the quiet, everyday ways that slowly build into something neither person can ignore anymore. The long silences that used to feel comfortable and started feeling like distance. The conversations that kept getting postponed because the timing was never right, until eventually there was no right time left. The weight of public life pressing down on something that was trying, desperately, to stay private and real in theirs. He said, and this is the part that wrecked people, that he let the best thing in his life slip away, not because he stopped loving her, but because he didn't fight hard enough for what they were building together. And by the time he understood the full weight of what he was losing, the ground had already shifted beneath them both. There's a particular kind of grief that comes with that kind of loss. Not the dramatic, sudden kind, but the slow realization kind. The kind where you look back and you can see every single moment where things could have gone differently, if only you'd chosen differently. Dylan Wang stood in front of his own life story and said out loud that he sees those moments now, that he would do it differently, that he is still carrying the weight of what was and what could have been. Shen Yue has not responded publicly, and honestly, she doesn't have to. She never owed the world her pain, and she certainly doesn't owe them her healing. But the fans who have followed her throughout all of this have watched her show up, to work, to life, with a kind of quiet dignity that says everything without saying anything at all. She is, by every account, going to be okay. More than okay. But for Dylan, this revelation felt less like closure and more like someone finally saying out loud the thing they've been holding in too long. A confession, an apology, a love letter to something that no longer exists in the form it once did. And maybe that's what this whole story has always been. Not a fairy tale, because real love rarely is, but something true. Something that happened between two real people who genuinely felt something enormous for each other and who are now learning, separately, how to carry that forward. The comments under Dylan's statement flooded with fans who were heartbroken, fans who were angry, and fans who just kept writing one thing over and over. We wanted this to work so badly. So did he. That much is clear. Whether this is truly the end of the Dishin chapter, or simply the end of a chapter, only time will tell. But what Dylan Wang finally gave the world wasn't just an explanation. It was a reminder that even the love stories that look perfect from the outside are being written by imperfect people, doing their imperfect best, hoping it's enough. Sometimes it isn't, and that is the most heartbreaking truth of all.